Old Man here, and today I'm going to show you how to change your air regulator on your compressor. That story is coming right up. We've got an interesting situation here. As I mentioned at the top of the video, we're going to change the pressure regulator on this Hitachi 1.5 horsepower oilless compressor. The problem is we've got this pressure gauge on here that is not working correctly. First thing I'm going to do though is I'm going to show you how this does not work at the moment, okay? So I'm going to turn this unit on. It's going to be loud. Once it gets all the way up to pressure, it'll stop, and then we'll try to adjust the PSI that's coming through the gauge. So let's turn this on. Alright. There's plenty of pressure in the tank. It got up to, what's it reading here? 120 PSI on the valve itself. And I start to move this knob, either left or right, you can see the pressure thing is not moving at all. The solution to that is just change this whole unit out. We're going to remove this whole unit right here, and we're going to put a new unit on. I've gone with the Husky regulator and gauge. I'm going to turn this off, and then we're just going to release the air, and then I'm going to unplug this also. So check this out. Now once that air is out, then we can loosen this up. Smaller inch here, I'm going to get in here and I'm going to unloosen this. This one's a little trickier. There we go. Now notice it's getting caught up in the back here. Since this is where the out is, I'm just going to twist this a little bit just so we can get this out of the way. Same thing here. There we go. Yeah, check this out. Look on the inside of that. See if you can see that. That is all corroded on the inside. That's pretty bad. We're just going to take this off like this. There it goes. Holy cow. Actually, I got another one right there. Boom. So we're good to go. We're going to get some Teflon tape. Put the Teflon tape around this edge here. A couple of these on. Tear it right there. I've got about 3 loops on there. All right. And then twist that on. Perfect. Pretty straightforward. And essentially you can go in all the way until it stops. Just keep cranking it. You're going to see a couple of arrows here. You see those arrows right there? Boom, boom. That's your airflow. So the air comes out here and it's going to flow this way. So you want to make sure your arrows are going that way. So we're going to thread the end of this with Teflon. I went around 3 times. That should be plenty. We're just going to twist it on. Look at that, it's going on smooth. I'm just going to leave it like that. We'll see if we get any leaks, but I think we're going to be all right. We're going to put our quick connect on here. Go clockwise again. Now we're going to thread that on. Start tightening it. You want that real tight. And that's all she wrote about putting a regulator on. Now I'm going to turn this back on, and we're going to see if we can get some pressure up here and then see if we can adjust it. Now the moment of truth. Oh, look at that. See that needle going up? That's beautiful. 100 psi, but that works great. Look at that. Well, the gauge works fantastic, as you can see, and as I tested it out. However, filled it back up, I started getting a hissing noise out of the valve here, the drain valve. Let me show you what that looks like, because that also has to be changed, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. You hear that? That's as tight as it gets, and we have a slow leak on that valve right there. Additionally, you see that crack I have on this particular gauge? But we also want to replace now this particular gauge. I ordered what's called a Sunroad valve for the bottom there. It's 1/4 inch. I have also ordered a new gauge. Check this bad boy out. This one's a little bigger, so it's going to read a lot easier than the one that's on here. Yeah, look at that. Now this should just come off. Look at that. Boom. Go 3 times. Get the Teflon on there. Righty-tighty. And I'm just going to twist this until we get it around real tight. And all I'm going to do here is line it up so it's looking straight. 200. Boom, right there. There it goes. Last thing I want happening is this thing stripping off and me not being able to get a new one in there, but whew, that makes me feel much better. Yep, there's a, oh man, look at that. Look inside there. There's a bunch of gunk in there. Holy cow. I'm gonna blow all that out. I'm gonna turn this compressor on and let it blow out, and we'll show you that. Let's see what happens. Look at that. Boom. And then all we do here is we are gonna screw that in. Haha. I love it. Look at that. There we go. And that's it. That is extremely tight on there. Here we go. We got pressure. Ooh, spot on. Look at that. Boom. That's nice. And listen, you don't hear anything. We're gonna let some of it out, see how it works. I am quite happy. Every time I finish a section on this Hitachi Pancake style compressor, I find something new that I want to do to it. What I've decided to do is take these rubber feet off the bottom of this, and I am going to replace them with casters that I picked up at Harbor Freight. It's going to put this compressor on wheels, making it easier to roll around wherever I need it to. I decided to get these casters that have the brakes on them. Then I actually had to go over to Home Depot, which is right next to it, and pick up specific nuts for them, because these are 1/2 inch by 20. Look at the size of the hole here. That hole is very small. But what I'm going to do is, I've got a metal drill bit. I'm just going to drill out the center of that to this size and see if we can get this to work. So here we go. Oh yeah, that's looking great. I switched the bit up to the full 1/2 inch. That bit I was using, that is a little bit dull because it's been used over the years, but this 1/2 inch is going in quite well. Look at that, bam! Holy cow, that went quick. Oh, that looks beautiful. And this should fit right in there. Look at that, bam! Woot woot! All right, we got 3 more to do. That went really quick. Really happy with that. That's beautiful. 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 And that's all 4 of them. First one's going on. Let's check it out. Try to grip it the best we can. There we go. That's actually pretty good. That's on there tight. All right, pretty straightforward. Tip it over and see if it works. Bam. Oh, look at that. Check that out. We have a compressor on wheels. A Pancake compressor on wheels. I'm loving it. Look at that. And then if we need to put the brake on, it stays where it is. All right. Take the brake off. Actually use your feet so you don't have to bend down. Move it around. This is going to be great. Just going to make it so much easier to move around anywhere I need to in the garage or out on the driveway. Really happy with it. It works great. It's on wheels. And that's where we stand. So, we're going to wrap this one up. Hope you enjoyed and got some value out of how-to on this one. And we're going to move on to the next project. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, peace out.